as it turns out, I have to close tonight, so I'm actually able to do the rune casting today. I won't be doing a short because I already did one yesterday and posted it yesterday. Anyway, got my schedule, so it looks like, let me just check it real quick. Here we are. Yeah, so I have to close today, which means I'm able to do the reading. And then, let's see what else I got here. Here we are. I will be doing one tomorrow, and it is Friday that I won't be able to do one. That's a shame, because I'm going to be in super early to work. However, there will be a live stream on Saturday morning, 11:15 p.m. or a.m. Sorry, 11:15 a.m. There will be a live stream. I hope to see you there, and we can just have tea and discuss whatever topics come to mind. I would like to personally stay away from politics altogether if I could. We've had a week of it. Actually, we've had quite a lot leading up to it. Yesterday was, of course, election day, so I hope you got out and voted. As I've said before, I will never tell you who to vote for. I will just tell you, strongly encourage you to vote. There are people who literally died defending that right. So, here we go for today. We're going to do our rune casting. We're going to see what today holds. And then tomorrow, rather than doing a traditional Thursday reading, I will do the full scale reading tomorrow. How's that sound? That way it gives you 3 days. Well, actually, a total of 4. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 days. And we'll do it a little bigger than we normally do. That way we cover everything. Alright? Here we go. So, I hope that you went out and voted. And I hope the right candidates won. As a matter of fact, I noticed a lot of libertarian candidates winning very local elections. That's something that makes me quite a bit happy, because there's always the naysayers who go, oh, the libertarians will never win, blah, blah, blah. Well, they're winning local elections, and that's a great start, in my opinion. Just when they tell you you can't do something, you do it. Your only response should be, oh yeah, watch this. Alright, so starting off we have Scotty. I've been noticing a lot of people, especially on Twitter, post this election, calling for coming and meeting in the middle now. A lot of people who went to one extreme or another. Many of them are changing their tune. Let me go on the record by saying it's something I can kind of get behind. However, and this is the big part, compromise does not mean acquiescence. It doesn't mean forsaking everything you are, for the sake of doing it. You really do still have to be very true to yourself, if no one else. So, how are we being guided? By none other than Thor. We show that strength, we show that resilience, we show that resolve. We get ourselves out of our ruts. And we've been in a lot of ruts lately. A lot of ruts of two extremes just not being able to meet in the middle for any reason whatsoever. And I want you to stop for just a moment, because I'm stopping. I want some of you to understand that if we continue this whole eye for an eye thing, and this is the only thing that gives me pause despite the things I've been posting lately, eventually no one wins. It doesn't determine who's right or who's wrong, it determines who's left. I hope that you'll understand that. And so how are we being guided to do all that? How are we busting out of our ruts? How are we coming to the middle? Starting with Tivaz. Interesting that the rune that stands for justice comes up very early. Justice is not about revenge, it's about restoration. In order to do that, you do have to focus on the gifts that you've been given and how you will develop them. Those that you have already developed, it's time to lean on those. And those that you haven't, it's time to develop them fully. You can choose to ignore them if you want. That's okay. However, it's not going to help anything. And the final rune, Isa. This is what we're trying to get past at the moment. This is what we're trying to break down, are those blockages, that ice that stands in our way. That big wall of ice that just won't seem to crack. And it's also time to do a little reflection. You do what you can, and then you look a little inward. Overall, it's time for us to get out of our own way. And that's the entire summary to this reading. So I hope that you will get out of your own way. I'm going to work on getting out of my own way. I'm going to be thinking about this same as you. And then we'll all figure it out together. Now, if we don't, we'll only tear each other apart. And you can't claim to want unity if ripping into each other is all you do. You know what? Why don't you come join us over on the new speakyourmindhere.com website? Why don't you come join us over there? You're not going to be silenced. In fact, you're highly encouraged to speak your mind. That's the name of the site, don't you know? And look, as much as I hang out on Twitter, the honest answer is I'm not exactly counting on Mr. Musk as the savior of Twitter. I don't know that yet. I'm waiting to see what it is he does. I'm adopting a real wait-and-see approach, so I'm not buying the hysteria that he's made it the biggest hate speech haven on the internet. I'm not buying that. The thing that most of us have to remember is if you apply a set of rules, or you insist upon a set of rules, you should really examine them and ask yourself, would it be okay? I know that this rule is going to apply in that direction, but would I be okay with it applying to me? And if the answer is no, it is not a rule worth having. Because eventually the power, the head of it changes. And eventually it will apply to you. It will be used against you. Do you see what I'm saying? Alright. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. I always enjoy our time together. I hope you do too. In the meantime, I want you to know that I love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I want you to always do what lights you up. And as always, shine on. I'll see you tomorrow.